Alright, hello beautiful people who have stopped by to see this video. Before we get started with the topic of this video, which is going to be my 2019 goals, as you know from the title, I'd like to say I didn't get to film this whole entire video because it was for school and I had to do it all in one night to finish it for school. So, at one point my iPad just decided to die on me, and I didn't want to wait for it to charge because it was already like midnight by the time I was halfway done with this piece. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. They can get a half done speed paint and then just get a photo of the final product at the end of the video because that's close enough. Plus, this video is mostly just me blending and shading because I did the drawing portion at school since this is a still life picture and she wanted us to be in front of the still life when we drew it. And then afterwards she was like, if you want to bring it home to do the shading, I don't care because you have a picture of it and mostly the shading's going to change anyway in real life, so who cares? You just go do it at home. And the reason the shading's going to change, before you all say that's bad art advice, think about it. The sun moves constantly, so constantly you're going to get a different shadow effect when you do some still lifes. So unless you're doing the still life all in one day and all in one time frame and it's like a small still life that can take you like an hour to do, it's probably chances are the still life shading's going to change anyway, so it's not really that bad a sin to just finish the shading at home if you have a picture of it. And I had a picture of it, you can see in the corner. That's the picture. Maybe I might edit in the actual still life if I have a photo of it, but oh well. Anyways, the topic of this video is going to be my 2019 art goals, as you could tell from the title. The reason I call them art goals and not like New Year's resolutions is because the word New Year's resolution sounds way too fancy for me, and it's probably going to pressure me not to want to do these goals more, so that's why you don't hear me really calling them that. Alright, so some of these goals are going to be ones that I really want to complete and I have to do this year, and some of the goals are going to just be goals that I might do this year if I have time, or if I can fit it in, or if I feel like it. And I'm going to tell you after each goal which ones are the ones that I have to do this year and I really want to do this year and I'm going to beat myself up about, and which ones are just goals that, I don't care if I do, if I don't, but they'd be really nice if I did them and I'd feel better if I did them. Though, like, if I don't do them, I'm not going to have harsh feelings. All right. The first goal is to draw daily for at least 15 minutes or more a day. And why this is a goal is because last year I didn't draw daily at all. In 2017, y'all might have known that I drew daily every day, and that was the year I improved the most, the absolute most with my art. Was when I drew every single day consistently for one whole year. Like, I went from a level 1 artist to a level 2 artist in just a year's time by drawing daily, and I would like to continue that streak in 2019 because in 2018 I lost the streak. And the reason for that was 2018 we got a lot of work and during school, and I was like really falling behind with my grades and I couldn't keep up with all the work, and a lot of things happened and I just got so much work that it was stressing me out. And if y'all know, and y'all have been around my channel for a while, mid 2018 I got super depressed and I just couldn't deal with life. And I've never really been depressed anywhere before 2018 or anywhere after 2018. Like, after that one depression spell, I never had depression again. It was like gone. And then before that one depression spell, I've never really had depression and anything before. And I shouldn't self-diagnose, but it was like a whole 2 months of me just moping around being sad and not really know what to draw except for sad crying people. And so, rip. But that mixed with the fact that I had a lot of homework really kept me from drawing daily. But this year we have less homework, and the homework that we do get, while it takes longer to do, it is more beneficial and I can finish it better. And I'm doing a lot better in school. I'm not really falling behind, so I think I can handle all of the work that I have to do, and I can handle it alongside drawing daily. And just for 15 minutes isn't a lot to ask for. It's not 30 minutes, it's not 5 minutes, it's not 10 minutes. It's just 15 minutes of my time to draw daily. That alone should help me improve. Now, I've already kind of been on a bad streak with this because homework has been kicking me in the butt, and last week there was a whole entire week where I didn't really draw anything new per se, but instead I just kind of finished up some old artwork by coloring it in. And that's a bad thing to do. It doesn't really count, but shh, there'll be more time to do that. Pusha. I'll have more time in the future to draw daily. And yeah. I'm trying not to beat myself up whenever I don't like complete a goal or I go off the goal for a while, so yeah, but this week it seems more promising. I got to do my daily drawing today, and I can hopefully get back on track. So, yeah. The second goal I have is to watch and finish more new shows and movies this year. And this goal is kind of important for me personally because if you know me, you know that it takes me like a whole entire year to finish one TV series, and I'm trying to get out of that bad habit and make it so that it takes me at the very least only a month to finish a new series, at the very least. Though realistically, it should take me way less than a month even. But I was able to finish Chat Noir and Ladybug, like 3 seasons of it in like 2 weeks, which is like really impressive, and I did that in the beginning of this year. Miraculous Ladybug, whatever you want to call it, Chat Noir Ladybug. I don't know. It has a lot of titles because it's a long name. And yeah, so I finished that in the beginning of 2019, and I also finished Hydaella in the beginning of 2019. And yeah, I finished Hydaella in like a week, and I finished The Adventures of Ladybug and Chat Noir in like 2 weeks. And I only had like 2 more seasons of it to go. So I've already completed 2 shows technically in 2019, even though I started them in 2018. That's fine. I still count it. And I'd like to do more shows and movies because in 2018 I watched maybe 2 new movies. Not 2 new movies. 2 new TV series. Maybe if I was lucky in 2018. And for movies, I think maybe like 3 or 4. I don't know. I didn't go to the movie theater a lot that year, and I didn't watch a lot of movies at home. At best, 10 movies, and if you think about that, for a whole entire year to only watch 10 movies is like not that much, especially since a movie is like only an hour or 2, so that would have been like only 10 hours I spent watching movies. And I know what you're thinking, why do you care if you watch new TV shows and movies? There are a lot of reasons I care. 1, because I can keep up to date and I can get into new fandoms. 2, because believe it or not, watching movies and TV shows can actually teach you things, because movies and TV shows, if you think about it, are on specific topics and do have specific information in them, and there's a chance you could learn something from them. Like, I've watched a lot of TV shows and series, and I feel like I've gained a lot of knowledge and memory storage from doing that. I don't know, there's this whole thing about that. And 3, it can be very beneficial to artists to watch movies and TV shows, because if they watch more movies and TV shows, they can look at the set designs, and if it's a cartoon, they can look at the style it's drawn in, and the dialogue and the writing of the movie and story. And if you look at it from a more analytical point as well as an enjoyment point, you can actually get a lot of interesting stuff and techniques you wouldn't have otherwise think to do while watching these movies. So it can be incredibly beneficial for you, and you might pick up on some things that can help you with your art. So actually being in fandoms and watching movies and shows can be very helpful for you. And plus, how many people do you know that have been in the fandom of a show that have started drawing because they were in the fandom of that show? Like, personally, I started drawing because I was in the fandom of Gravity Falls, and I wanted to do Gravity Falls fan art. And if I wasn't into Gravity Falls, and I didn't watch that show, I never would have started drawing. So drawing can actually be, watching movies and shows can actually be beneficial for your drawing. But yeah, I'd like to watch a lot more shows and movies this year, because last year I was so slow at it. Alright, now let's go to the next one. And this one is 3. Practice the things I struggle with in art more, whether it be anatomy, animals, drawing, on larger paper, whatever I think I need to practice with, I will. This one basically explains itself, but I need to practice with more stuff this year. So whenever I think I struggle with something, I want to take time out of my day or out of my week to practice with it and maybe do some studies of it. Like right now I'm trying to do practice with animals and anatomy, and I'd like to continue with that. So yeah. And this one isn't specific to one thing, it's just whatever at the time or month I think I'm bad at, I'm going to spend time practicing whenever I get the chance to do like a lot of drawing for a large amount of time. Alright, number 4. Get mostly A's and B's on all the rest of my report cards this year. A minuses and B minuses do count as long as it's somewhere in the A range. And this one is just a more personal goal for me in my school, but usually I get like mostly A's, B's, and 1 or 2 C's and D's, and it really is disheartening to see a C or a D on my report card. I know last term I got 1 C and 1 D, and that like literally it made me cringe inside. And so this term I got all A's and B's, and I just feel so much happier and so much better with myself knowing that I have all A's and B's. Granted, some of them are like A minuses and B minuses, but oh well, close enough. And so I want to keep that up, and for the rest of my report cards this year, and there are only 2 more report cards this year, like 2 more terms I think. There might be 3, but I think there's only 2 more terms left of school this year. So to get 2 more all A and B report cards isn't asking for much if you think about it. And I'd like to continue that trend and keep up the good work because it makes me feel a lot better inside when I get better grades. Alright, now the next one is 5. Get things done on time when I say I will instead of putting them off. This one, again, explains itself. I don't want to keep putting things off. No, no, no. No more putting things off for me. Instead, I want to get things done. So when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to get right on it. Granted, I have the time to do it. Like, if I say I'm going to draw a picture and I don't have a sketchbook with me, like, that's different. But if I say I'm going to draw a picture and I'm looking at my sketchbook and I'm not drawing a picture, no, no, no. No, 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 fucker. Go draw that picture. And so I'm going to do it. I'm going to draw that picture when I say I will. Or do that homework when I say I will instead of doing it a day late. So, yeah. 6, do more digital art. This was actually one of my goals last year, but I didn't succeed last year. I did at most 5 digital art pieces. And in 2017, I did a few more digital art pieces, but like it was bad in 2018. 2018 was the year of traditional art for me. I needed to do more digital art. And this year is already kind of looking promising for my digital art because I've already done 2 digital art pieces this year in the first month. And plus, I have a lot of friends now that do digital art. So the more digital art I see from my friends, the more I'm going to be inspired to do digital art for myself. And last year, basically none of my friends did digital art. I was only looking at traditional artworks from people, so I was less inspired to do digital art for that reason too. And this one isn't one I'm going to beat myself up about if I don't succeed, because it was on my goal last year and I just thought, I'll shove it back on this one. Number 7, do something more with my online Redbubble, whether it be adding more artwork to it regularly or it be advertising for it. Link to my Redbubble down below. But whatever it is, I need to do something so it can grow, because ultimately if it grows large enough, I want to use my money to expand from Redbubble to some other site where I can sell or give out stuff such as Etsy or Patreon. Plus, it's not good to neglect things. So again, this one, wow, it speaks for itself. And basically I want to do more with my Redbubble. I want to update it more regularly. I want to promote it more regularly, and I want to get more traffic going to my Redbubble. And if I see at least 100 or so people are enjoying and buying things off my Redbubble, then I will know that I at least have 100 people that would buy things from me. And if I know that I have at least 100 people that would buy things from me, then I know that if I made an Etsy or a Patreon, it wouldn't be a waste of money and a waste of my time to do that. That's why Redbubble is like my tester. It's like I'm dipping in the waters and I'm seeing if I can swim. And if I can swim successfully, then maybe I'll go to the deep end and I'll do more challenging stuff. But until then, I'm still in the shallow end with my Redbubble. I don't know what that analogy was, but you get the point. Number 8, keep my room clean, because it keeps getting a tad too messy for my tastes. This is actually one that I'm going to force myself to keep to, because my room used to be messy. It used to be like hoarder level messy, and recently over the Thanksgiving break, I cleaned up my room so that it's like really clean. But now my room's kind of getting a little bit messy again, and there's like books just on the floor in the corner, and my shoes are just everywhere, and my book bag is just on the floor, and a few art supplies and things are just sprawled around my room, and I just want to clean it up and keep it clean. I need to find a good system that works for me so that I can keep my room clean. But oftentimes I'll just come home, be tired, and shove my books wherever, and throw my book bag down, throw my art supplies off my bed so that I can sleep, and that'll be it. But if I can get a good system going for my room to keep it clean, I will. I'm thinking about maybe today cleaning up my room because I had the long weekend. And I'm thinking about cleaning up my room today so that I can maybe film a art workstation tour video or something. Maybe. I don't know. I hope I can do that. And number 9, hopefully get rid of more shit in my room that I don't need. This one's especially important because I have too much shit. Yes, I have too much shit, and that's why my room keeps getting so messy. I don't have room for all the shit that I own. So I'm thinking that if I can get rid of at least another bag's worth of shit from my room, because I've already gotten rid of like 5 bags of shit, but if I can get at least one more bag of shit rid of from my room, then I should have enough extra space in my room to be able to keep all the shit I own. But to do that, I'd have to do another completely, clean, sweep of my room. And I don't think I'm going to have time to do that until maybe February break. So, definitely I won't do a deep clean of my room until February break. But, potato, potato. I know, I say that a lot in videos. I don't know why. It's really weird. Alright, number 10. Put a bit more focus into my YouTube. Whether it be even just buying items for it or be making more videos for it. But I would like to do one thing in 2019 that shows some love for my YouTube and for all of you lovely people. So yes, I either want to buy a microphone stand because right now I'm just holding my microphone in my hand, or I would like to make more videos consistently for my YouTube. And if I can do one of those two things this year, then I'll be showing love for my YouTube. Or maybe I'll be using like different filming, because usually I just film on my iPad. But I actually found the camera that I bought for YouTube, so I might try filming with that. I don't know. But yeah, so those are my goals. A few of the last ones I might not keep as hard to. Like the YouTube goal, I don't care too much about, but it would be nice if I have extra time to try and do that one. And getting rid of more shit isn't too much of a big deal, but I would like to try and do it because I still feel really cluttered in my room. But some goals like getting all A's and B's, drawing daily, and I don't know what else. But those goals, practicing with things that I need to in my art, those goals are the goals that I'm going to try and do no matter what. And if I don't succeed with those, I'll be disappointed. But yeah, comment down below your 2019 goals. I know this video is a bit late since most people have already done their 2019 goals, and we're already like a month into 2019, but oh well. Comment down below your 2019 goals, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, guys.